Hello and welcome to CryptoNovus, where newbies become masters. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, and my name is Chris Brown and I am your host. On today's episode, we will do part 3 of the Coinbase tutorial series. Before I get started, I want to basically say that I'm not a financial advisor. In this video, I'm not offering financial advice. The purpose of this video is to introduce the Coinbase Pro platform and exchange to the new people in the crypto space. All right. Before I get started, what I'd like to do is chat a minute about crypto trading. I've been in the space since 2017, so I've done some trading. It's been an okay experience, but there's still more I need to learn. So for those of you that are new to the space, crypto trading is tricky. It is risky. It takes skill. It definitely takes some knowledge, and it takes understanding of the market and of yourself. So because of all of that, I would highly recommend that you not trade a crypto if you're brand new to the space. It's just simply too risky. I will do a separate video series on crypto trading and kind of explain more the dynamics of trading and what you need to do to understand yourself. But in this video, I'm going to focus on Coinbase Pro and helping you understand the platform. In terms of why I recommend that you don't trade in crypto at this point in time because you are new, there's 3 basic reasons. The first is just the volatility within the market. If you've been in the space for a little while, the prices can change drastically, and it's very volatile. It can be up at 19.5 in the morning, and it can drop down to 18.2 in the afternoon. And so with the volatility comes a very wide spread or range in pricing, which if you get caught in that, you could lose quite a bit of money. And it can go very fast. It can move really fast once it starts to drop. Climbing up typically takes a little bit of time, but it can drop within a matter of minutes, thousands of dollars. So that's the first reason. The second reason has to do with who's in the space. You have what are called whales or institutional buyers, and then you have what's called retail buyers. You as a new person, an individual who is investing into the crypto space, you're going to be considered a retail investor. Well, what that means is the buying power really lies with the whales and the institutional money. It's a numbers game. Won't get into it now, but because they are in control of it, and because you need to learn and see how they play in the space, at this point as a new person, I wouldn't recommend you playing with them because ultimately you're going to lose. Because in the trading markets, it's what's called a net zero platform or experience, where you've got to have, in order to have a winner, you got to have a loser. And so if the institutional markets are winning and you're not following what they're doing, you're going to wind up being on the losing side. So that's just not something I would recommend. The third reason is if you're going to trade, you need a strategy. And it takes time to develop a strategy. It takes experience in the market to develop that strategy. And at this point, if you're new, you just don't have one. So give yourself some time to understand the coins and understand Bitcoin and understand the various altcoins and the projects associated with them and which ones you are gravitating towards because you believe in what they're trying to do before you really start to trade in the market. So those are the 3 reasons why I would say pause, learn some things first before you start to trade. But let's now jump into the tutorial. Okay, so this is the opening page. What I'm going to do before I jump into the actual platform itself is go through view of the exchange, to get you kind of familiar with this pull down menu. So here's the exchange itself. We'll get more into details as to what it looks like, but essentially in the front cover, you've got the price chart itself. On the right-hand side, you've got pricing in terms of what's happening right now in real time. And then you've got the sellers up here and you've got the buyers down here. So let's then go back to the other tabs. And then on this tab where it says markets, you can kind of see which coins can be purchased here and in what kind of exchange can happen, whether it's, Bitcoin into USD or Ether into Bitcoin. You can take a look and see what markets are here for what coins you may want to exchange in. The other thing here is these are the fees that are associated based on the pricing tier. I won't go into all the details, but you can basically take a look at, I'll just look at the top one. Up to 10K, you basically got a 0.5% taker fee and a 0.5% market fees. Fees are kind of high here, and you're going to be spending some money, but this platform is a very safe platform to be involved, so it might be worth it at the very beginning. I have traded on this platform for that very reason. So let's tell you what, let's just go ahead and jump in. Last thing I want to check is the help menu here, which then opens up another window. And again, whatever questions you have about Coinbase Pro here, you can then get those questions answered. And again, this is a really important place to get some information regarding just how you get started, your trading and funding fees, and again, the most important thing, taxes and financials. So I'm going to go ahead and you can sign up. I'll hit the sign up button, and it's no different than Coinbase itself. You give your name, give an email, you give a password, and essentially your account is quickly set up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and log into my account, and then we'll get started into the exchange itself. Like on Coinbase, I would again recommend doing the two-step verification. This is an important environment, and you definitely want to make sure that you have this layer of security. So I highly recommend doing it. Okay, we are in. So again, let's just kind of go through just what you're looking at on the screen. In the very, very center is the price action chart. And it basically is telling you with the candlestick illustration here, what the price of, in this case, Ethos is at the present moment. You can see here to the far right, the last sale of Ethos was $589.35. You can see what's happening here at the very moment where the red candlesticks are indicating that the price action is going down. On the right-hand side, or excuse me, left-hand side, up here in the red, those are the sellers, and down here is the buyers. You can see that I have actually got a buy in place right now of 1.04 Ether at a price of, and the price that I'm wanting to buy it at is at 501. In the center here, if you don't want to see price action, you can actually go over here to depth chart, which can show you buyers and sellers. So on the right-hand side are your, in the red is your sellers, and then over here is your buyers. And when you're trading, this could become very, very important window for you to trade back and forth between, toggle back and forth between, so that you can figure out where you want to sell and where you want to buy. The price action chart here is plain, but you can add the exponential moving averages. You can have the 12 and you can add the 26, again, to see what price action is and to see power, whether the prices are moving up or whether it's moving down. The other thing that you can do with this is, instead of having the candlestick, which I have shown, you can actually have a line graph as well. I prefer the candlesticks. Based on just what you like visually, you might go for the line graph. Then there is the interval. So this is right now on the 15-minute interval, which means each one of these candlesticks represents 15 minutes of time. I can obviously reduce that down to a minute, or I can increase it to 5 minutes. I can increase it all the way up to 1 day. So right now, each one of these candlesticks represents the day. The advantage of that is, like in the day set case, I can see what the price action for Ether has been over several months. In fact, it's about over 4 months of time. If I'm at the 1 minute, I can see right now what is happening, and I can decide how I want to interact with Ether. So I'm going to slide over now to actually how things are bought. Oh, how you buy. And I'm going to show you how you buy things at a market rate, and then how you actually do it at a limit. So what market means is basically you're buying the price of this particular asset as it is right now. So to give you an idea, let's play with this. You notice here this says USD. So if I put in here, and let's look at the wallet. The wallet I have right now is my Ether wallet. I can deposit Ether into here, or I can withdraw it. I have up here 2.33 Ether in my wallet, and in fact I have $10.34 in my actual USD wallet. So if I wanted to purchase $5 worth of Ether, which I could put $5 in here, it tells me that it'll cost me 3 cents to make that purchase, and I will get 0.0084 Ether. Now I will get it at the market price. So right now, Ether's at 589.1. So if I make that purchase, boom, like that, that order is quickly filled. It shows me here in the open orders that a buy was made. It actually cost me, the $5, but out of that $5, $4.97 was spent on Ether. That was the Ether that was purchased. And there's the cost or the fee, and it shows that the order was in fact filled. So now what I want to do is I'm going to sell that back because I'm not wanting to buy it at this rate. So let me take a minute and make that sell. So the way I would do the sell is I come over here, hit sell. I'm going to do it at market again. Now, there's a limit to the Ether. So if I just want to do the 0.0084 Ether, what's going to happen is they're going to say the amount must be greater than 0.01. So to keep the math easy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1804, and I'm going to hit the sell button, and boom, the order was filled. I sold 0.0184 Ether at $5.89.18, which is less than what I bought it for. So I lost a little bit on that. So let me quickly buy back the Ether that I want to gain back, and then we'll continue the tutorial. Okay, I bought back my Ether and everything is straight out. If I want to do what's called a limit purchase, and that limit purchase is as follows. If I want to purchase, let's say 0.5 Ether, and I want to purchase that at, let's say, $550. It tells me that the fee to do that is $1.38, and the total cost would be $2.76. So all I have to do is hit this place buy order. Oops, excuse me. Since I have insufficient funds, I can't make that buy. So what I can do is I can make that, let me do a sell order instead. So I'm going to sell 0.5 Ether, and I'm going to say I want to sell it. The price right now is $5.89. I want to sell it for $5.95. So let me go here to sell and hit the sell button. Boom. Cancel these so that you guys can see it, these orders that are filled. So here is that sell order, 595, 0.5 Ether. And so that is ready to sell. So when the price of Ether goes up to 595, that sell order would in fact be filled. So let's take a look at the deposit and the withdrawal buttons here. So if I want to make a deposit in this wallet, I can. And basically what I would do is hit that deposit, and I could either get Ether from my Coinbase account and do the exchange, which basically says in my Coinbase account I have 5 Ether. There'll be a fee, of course, and I can make a transfer. So let's say I wanted to transfer 1 Ether. I just put the 1 in here, and I'd hit the button, and instantaneously 1 Ether would come from my Coinbase account into my Coinbase Pro account. So it's very quick and very easy. Likewise, if I wanted to withdraw from this wallet, basically what I would do is, again, it gives me my limits. I could hit my Coinbase, shows that if I would take out from Coinbase Pro and put it into Coinbase, again, I could strike whatever amount I want. Let's say I want 1 Ether. All I would have to do is hit the withdrawal button, and it would immediately go to my Coinbase wallet. This is extremely quick and very convenient for you to interact between each platform. And for obvious reasons, they made it very easy for those that are new to the space. Now, going back, if I didn't have a Coinbase account, I could withdraw funds and send it to another location. I would just have to enter that Ether address right here, and of course do the same thing, and the exchange would be made. So now if I want to take a look and see what I could do in this space in terms of what coins could I buy and trade with, you basically come up here and hit the selected markets. I have it actually placed on all. You can quickly do a quick search. Let's say I want to find XRP. Just type in XRP right here, and it shows you what you can do with XRP. So I can change it in dollars, I can do euros, I can do the pound, and I can do Bitcoin. If I wanted to, let's say I was just working in US dollars, I could hit the US dollar location, take off XRP real quick, and it shows me everything that I could trade in US dollars. As you can see, there's Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin, EOS, etc. And all I have to do, if let's say I want to trade in, let's say EOS, EOS. If you notice, I don't have any in here, but I do have $10 in my USD wallet. I can go ahead and set up either a limit order or a market order, and I could then all of a sudden have Ethos, my Ethos wallets here on this platform filled. So this is the trading platform. I want to go over here and take a look at these two buttons real quick and kind of expand your information and knowledge a little bit about other aspects of the platform. So from the trading button, if I go over here and I push orders, I can see what orders, I can see what my portfolio amount is, I can see the fees I've paid, the volume of trading I've done in the last 30 days, and then what orders I presently have open. And what I presently have open is my Ethereum order. It's been, the time duration has been 7 days when that order was in fact placed. So this is what is opened. Then it will list all the orders I have filled, and then it will list the fees that I have paid. And it'll take my, the maker fee and the taker fee, the little straight there. Again, it breaks down again what the fee schedule is, in fact. And so again, it repeats the volume that I've traded in the last 30 days. So this is extremely good. This next button is, of course, the portfolio. I don't want to show everything that I have in here, so I will just keep that button closed. And then the last one, of course, is Goodwin. And this is where you set up the banking accounts that you want to, in fact, use in this location. Hang on just a second. Information, what accounts you want to pull from, obviously your limits of your portfolio. In this platform, what is possible is you can do, in terms of bringing money in, 0 to about 25,000. In terms of withdrawals, it's from like 0 to like 50,000. Of course, address your statements here. You've got tax information, which is where your 1099 miscellaneous form will wind up being. And obviously your privacy settings are here. And of course, then you can sign out. So that's basically it right for the part 3 Coinbase tutorial. And so I hope that was very informative for you. For those of you that are not familiar with this platform, it's extremely easy to use, and I would highly recommend it as an entry point for you in your crypto trading experience. Again, fees are a little bit higher here than in other platforms, so you definitely want to do your research on the various platforms that are in fact out there and some of the restrictions associated with them. So again, that concludes this episode for CryptoNovus. And so I would welcome you guys to, again, be with us on our next episode. And always remember that CryptoNovus is where newbies become masters.